What about when you don't just have a nice polynomial with 1 at the front? What if you have a number at the front? So people often get a bit panicked by this, but it's nothing to be spooked by, because you can spot it. Well, it says in the title here, if these numbers are prime numbers, right? That prime number means basically a number that can only be multiplied by or divided by itself and 1, right? So they actually make it really easy to factorize things if we know what they are. Okay, so we'll start off just like before. You have 5. What multiplies to make 5? Well, again, 5 is a prime number, which is nice. So it's only 1 and 5 are the only things that can multiply up to make 5. Okay, so knowing that, and we want to have a difference of negative 11. Well, you're thinking here, okay, well, 1 and 5 don't add up to make a negative 11. Well, because we've got this multiplier at the front, we're going to have to bear that in mind, okay? And when you have a prime number, you can always just put in the number that's in the question, so 2x and x. So we know that this is going to be of this form here. So now we need to figure out if these are plus or minuses and which factor goes where. Well, it's got to be negative. It's got to be negative 11. Okay, and this is positive 5. So remember that negative times a negative is a positive. So it looks like these are both going to be negative. So we put the negative 5 there and the negative 1 there. We have 2x times 5, which is negative 10. Then 1 times x, which is negative 1, so that's negative 11. Then minus 5, minus 1 times 5, which is positive 5. Okay, so these are our brackets here. What about this one here? We have 6. Okay, so 6 can be 2 times 3, or negative 2 times negative 3, or 1 times 6, or negative 1 times negative 6. Okay, well, again, we've got a prime number as our multiplier at the front, so we know this is going to be 3x, okay, and we know that this is going to be x as well. So let's have a think. What numbers would make sense out of all of these? Well, it's unlikely it will be this 6th term, but it could well be. But this is the thing. It's kind of like it's the same process, but you kind of just need to be. The more you do these, the more familiar you get with them. So I'm going to try the 2. Well, let's just think on our head. So if I do 3 times 3, it's going to be 9, and then plus 2, yeah, it's going to be 11. So 3, but remember this is a negative here, so it's going to be minus 3, and then minus 2, yeah. 3x squared, 9x, 2x, 11 minus 11x, plus 6. Okay, so there are your factors there. What about this last one here? So again, minus 2, that's it's a prime number, times 2, so one of these is going to have to be negative. So again, 5x can go just there. Okay, and then what's this? Negative 9x. Okay, so it's likely that the 2 is going to work with the negative 9. Yeah, so this is going to be times negative 2, and this is going to be plus 1. That makes sense. So it's 5 times 2x, which is 10x. And then you have 1x, so 10 minus 10x plus 1 is 9x. Okay, so these are your final answers here.